Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Here we are, Rurouni Kenshin episode 9. I actually completely forgot about Rurouni Kenshin because of the whole Shibuya incident arc that came out on Thursday, or well, the one that's starting up. And you know, I woke up today, I said, you know, I'm missing something. There's something I haven't done, and then I realized that it was Rurouni Kenshin. I can't believe I forgot about it, but because like I'm really enjoying this series, so I do apologize for the late reaction. And you know, last time we met this one beautiful girl that came into the gambling house where Kenshin and Sanosuke were, and you know, she was asking them for help and stuff like that, and there were people after her because she ran away from like some big time gangster, and he sent the Oniwabanshu, his, I guess, his personal vanguard, I guess, or his like his little group of people, and like, so they're after her, they're trying to get her back, but I think worst case they might end up actually killing her. I don't think that's gonna happen. And you know, she ended up at Kaoru's dojo, and at first she was flirting with Kenshin, and then Kaoru was jealous obviously and stuff like that. It was very cute. And then we saw that Kenshin and Sanosuke didn't really tell much to Kaoru because obviously they don't want her to get wrapped up in it. But the ironic thing is that trouble always seems to end up at their dojo or Kaoru's dojo. Poor girl is literally just trying to revive the dojo, you know, and then trouble's always there. But I can't wait to see what happens in this episode, you guys. I'm sure that this mystery girl, I think we did get her name, but I completely forgot it. But I'm sure we'll figure, it'll come back to me in this episode when they eventually will most likely refer to her. But I can't wait to get into this episode, you guys. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. And full uncut reactions are always on Patreon. You guys can check that out in the description down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below as well in the comments. And you guys, I'm beyond excited. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. And this behemoth showed up last time. This guy, bro, looks like a Goron from, like, you know, Legend of Zelda. One of the sounds too cute. Yeah, Sanosuke. Oh, Megumi is her name. I'm an idiot, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I watched the last episode, so I completely forgot her name. And you know, it's like, obviously, like, this name is not something that's like difficult to remember, you know, like obviously from Jujutsu Kaisen. And so I apologize. I promise I'm enjoying this series. It's just that I forgot her name. So here's the thing. Another thing. Sorry, I'm pausing. I love to pause a lot in this because my brain is always going. One thing that I don't want Sanosuke to end up becoming is, like, you know, at first he was like very, very powerful. He gave Kenshin a little bit of trouble. I don't want him to become one of those characters that just catches L's on L's on L's, like something like Renji from Bleach. You know how Renji was for the most part at first, like, you know, yeah, he beat Ichigo, and then when they fought, they were really, really close, and then after that, Renji has became a walking L. I really hope Sanosuke doesn't become that. So fingers crossed. Just of opium. Yes, sir, Sanosuke. Yeah, bro, there's nothing he can burn. Throw some water on him. Yes, sir, Kenshin. Yo, I love Kenshin so much. He's lit. Because Kenshin knows that Sanosuke... Look at her. She's like, yo, this guy's the real deal. Oh, never mind. She's running away. I love Kaoru so much. Best girl. She's like, yo, you can't run away. He's fighting for you. Yo, I love her. You should be probably watching. She doesn't realize. Yes, sir. You see Kaoru, best girl. He's a GOAT. 9 liters of oil in a mo. Oh, yo, that's so cold. Oh, yo, Kenshin, yo. Definitely. Maximum flame breath. Yeah, this guy just sitting there commentating, bro. How about you get active, bro? Help your guy. Yo, Sano. Yo, that's so good. Yo, this guy. Yo, bro just pulled out the sack of oil. Flame fist. Yo, Sano said, yo, I don't need to punch you. Yo, I love Sano. Nah, Sano's lit. I'm sorry for calling you Renji, bro. Bro cooked him up, fam. Kenshin. He booked him. He's like, yo, this guy's here. Bro knows you're here. Oh, because of Sano's gonna save her. Oh, Yahiko! Oh, my boy's lit. Oh, he actually, yo, he's... Nah, he's lit. He's a man. That's my goal. Nah, he's lit. Was he poisoned? Did he poison him? No, he's gone. Yo, you're dead, bro. We're about to get bonked in the head. Yeah, wow. Substitution jutsu, yeah? Hello? Oh, this... Yo, one after another. That's wild, bro. How about yo? Right when he dropped, they should have like tightened his arm to like stop the blood flow so the poison stops spreading, bro. Yeah, she's about to cook. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. He's lit. I respect that. Yahiko saved her. She saved him. Mean spirit woman, yeah? I was like, yo, I idolize her. What is this? Oh, maybe he got murdered by the leader of the gang, you know, and that's why she was forced to be with him, maybe. Aww. I knew it. I was about to say, where do you think you're going? Was he the doctor whose assistant she was, maybe? They're obviously gonna keep her after this, you know?
この後、長い年月にわたって政府から弾圧を受けることになった。
Damn.
高荷家は幼いめぐみさんを残して皆戦場に。
Is she like the only survivor of her clan?
母親と兄二人は戦火の中で行方
Oh
不明。
nah.
そしてその時からめぐみさん
Damn, bro, that's wow. I knew she had some tragic ass backstory.
それから彼女は5年前に上京してある医
Hmm,
者の
this
助
is
手
just
とな
okay. So that was not her father,
わ
obviously.
しはそいつと知り合い。
本格的に出回れば5年で東京をアヘン漬けにできる代物よ。
Damn.
大量販売を目論む官僚はその生成法を聞き出そうとしたけど、医者は利益を独占しようとして口を割らなかった。
Ah, and he
や
killed
がて
him.
いざこざになり、官僚たちは誤って医者を殺して。
Also, he's probably keeping her to see if she could come up with that,
医師
right?
として唯一生成法を
Exactly.
知る私が無理やり作らされる羽目になった。
Damn, poor girl.
自分が作っていたのが人を救う薬じゃなくて。
も苦しみ続けたのなら、そろそろ許されて自由になってもいい頃でござるな。
Aw.
ケンさん。
連中がそうやすやすと手を引くわけはござらん。もうしばらく道場にいた方がいいでござるよ。
And my boy's like, yeah, I'm gonna cook
いいで
everybody.
ござるな、カオル殿。
いいわよ。一人ぼっちの辛さは私も知ってるし。
I love Kaoru, bro.
ケン
Best
さんがい
girl.
なかったら私もあなたと同じだものね。
Aw.
あとは官僚たちをどうするかでござるな。
けどね。ケンさんが手を出したらダメだからね。
Oh man, I love her.
容赦なく終わりですからね。
お前の怪我は大丈夫か？
はい、かろうじて。お頭の言った通り。
Oh, wait, where did he wound you, bro? Can I see?
まさか、私の承打を食らいながら、その反動を利用して、人体急所の肝臓を。
Yo, this fight's gonna be sick. I can't wait.
戦闘は
I
2、
cannot
3
join
日ぶり
combat
で
for
すが、
2 or 3 days yet
情
like
報
that.
活動でしたら。
よし。3日であの男の過去を洗え。
Y'all are about to be in a whole lot of some boiling water, bro, when you guys find out who he is.
十字傷。
This guy has an idea of who he is.
やはりあの男。
Yeah. Itokiri. There has to be like an end credit. Yeah, okay.
Welcome aboard. The captain is waiting.
なんだって？
ようこそ、艦長がお待ちです。と言ってます。
なかなか熱い大
Y'all
会。
about to die, bro.
これはやはり金の力ですね。
Or maybe not. Money's doing the talking, maybe not, bro.
Oh, Kandu! I'm glad to see you.
Oh, that's Kanri. Oh, oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
それで艦長、例のものは？
So, Captain, the cargo?
Okay, come on.
It's so funny when I see English being spoken in like Japanese, like
これですか？
shows and stuff.
Yes.
Open.
これがあれば私は無敵だ。
Is that Spiderweb? Welcome to
これで
Japan.
皆私にひれ伏すことでしょう。これもすべてお金のおかげ。お金の力を。お金持ちでよかった。カンディ、You are fantastic.
You are fantastic, yeah, bro. Guys, maniacal, bro. What's wrong with this guy? So you guys, that was episode 9 of Rurouni Kenshin, and honestly, like every time I watch this anime or a new episode comes out, I just have the same thing to say. Like, yo, the episode was lit. It was very fun. Obviously, we saw that Sano made light work of the Goron that showed up at the start, and then freaking you know, his homeboy that tried to shoot the little needle at Megumi before as well, and at the gambling house, and Kenshin saved her. And this time around he tried it, but he had poison, and Yahiko put his hand out and then he saved her, and then he got poisoned, and he was like it was bad. Like, that guy even said this kid has an hour to live, and that's crazy, you know what I mean? And then Kenshin said that with poison, the best thing to do is like to suck the poison out. And normally, yeah, a lot of people would do that. Like, if snakes bite you or something, a lot of people try and suck the poison out. And then right when Kaoru was about to do it, Megumi stepped in. She said that, you know, it will like it could cause a bacterial infection and this and that. And then, you know, obviously she knows medicine, so then she told him, you know, this and that, you do this. And then they took Yahiko to a regular or a local doctor, sorry, and then she wrote the instructions on how to make the antidote and stuff, and then Yahiko was saved. And then ultimately we found out Megumi's backstory about how her family used to study like medicine and stuff like that. They were lords, and when her father found out about like Western medicine, which is what she obviously knows, he basically became lordless. I guess he gave up the title of lord to go and study this stuff. And then by the time I believe that he came back, I think it was whenever that was, there was a war that ended up happening, and then with the Imperial Army, where basically all of Megumi's family went out, and basically her mom and her two brothers are missing to this day. So I think we might reunite with them at some point later on. And her father was killed, and then she was left by herself. And then 5 years ago, she ended up coming to Tokyo, and then she was working under a doctor who was basically making opium without like Megumi knowing. And then he found a way to make it so that half the ingredients are required, and it's like double the dependency. And Kanryu wanted him to tell him, or wanted the doctor to tell him how to make it. And obviously the doctor was like, no, like he was basically trying to sell it to Kanryu so he could make money too. And then Kanryu ended up killing the doctor, and then he took Megumi under his wing, and he forced her to make the spiderweb because she knew how to make it. But the thing about that was that she didn't know what she was making was actually a drug. She thought she was making medicine, and then she said that when she found out, like, you know, she basically, I think that's when she ran away. And then she said that for the past 3 years that she was making the spiderweb, she felt guilty. And then Kenshin was like, you know, if you've been feeling guilty and you were doing something against your will, then I think you should be freed and forgiven. And I think it's okay. I don't think, as long as her intentions weren't bad. And then, you know, he said, you know, you should stay at the dojo because these guys are not going to leave you alone. Because initially Megumi's plan was to leave Tokyo so that the Oniwabanshu and Kanryu and them will follow her, and obviously leave Kenshin and them alone. But Kenshin, you know, he's being who Kenshin is. He said, you know, you should stay, this and that. And then he said, Kaoru, that's okay, right? And then Kaoru was like, yeah, I guess so. And then, you know, it's a nice callback to how she can relate to Megumi. She said, you know, if I never met Kenshin, I would be in a similar situation to you, but like I'd be all alone. And as we remember in episode 1, the guy that was basically her caretaker, he tricked her into signing over the dojo to him, so she would have just been a slave. And, you know, it would have been something like similar to Megumi, how she's being forced to do things that she doesn't want to, and Kaoru would have been in a similar situation if it wasn't for Kenshin. And then it was very cute where she goes and says, hey, don't make a move on Kenshin or I'll throw you out. I think it's very funny. And Sano obviously has tension with Megumi because his friend died overdosing on opium, and I'm sure that that's gonna get cleared up, that Megumi didn't do that on purpose, as she was being forced to make it. And, you know, I can't wait for the next episode. I'm sure that, you know, we're gonna, this arc I believe is probably gonna go on for a while, maybe like the next like 3 episodes maybe, at least, I think, because that masked fellow that came to save the 2 members of the Oniwabanshu, he seems pretty strong, you know, and I can't wait for him to fight Kenshin. But you guys, that was episode 9, and I can't lie, I'm really loving this series. I say this in every video that I make, every reaction, that I'm so happy I started this. And if you guys enjoyed this reaction, consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. And, you know, let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below in the comments. It's honestly, I think it was really good. You know, we got development on Megumi, and we found out that she's been doing things that she doesn't want to, and she's actually not a bad person, which, I mean, realistically, I could guess, you know what I mean? She has main character energy, so I knew that she was gonna stay with them, and I'm sure she's gonna stay with them at least for a long while, and probably like the rest of like the series. Even if she does find her mother and her brothers, I feel like, you know, as long as she knows they're safe, she's still gonna stay with these guys because she's gonna develop a bond. And as always, you guys, full uncut reactions are always on my Patreon. You guys can check that out in the description down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.